r/AskReddit by Reddit. What's your I left you alone for 5-second story? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Enjoy the video. Not 5 seconds, but regardless, I looked forward to both my kids being old enough to sit in front of the TV alone for 10 minutes for years. After many fake attempts to see if they could last 10 minutes without destruction or injuries occurring, I decided to actually take a shower. I heard my oldest say, "You're gonna be in so much trouble when mommy gets out of the bathroom," and my anxiety flew through the roof. I stumbled out of the shower, threw on my housecoat, and walked down the hall. From the hall I could see my oldest sitting on the couch watching my youngest jump on the floor. For a moment I thought I raced out of the shower for nothing, but then I saw liquid splash up into the air as he landed his jump on the carpet. I walked further into the room and found 10 empty 1-liter apple juice containers littered on the carpet. My child poured 10 liters of apple juice on our carpet so he could puddle jump like the kid in the show. 10 freaking liters. A hefty financial investment for a carpet cleaner and a couple days of cleaning, and I finally had it clean. I'm glad it was apple juice, because my first thought was this kid peed all over the floor. Chilling with pet rat in bed next to roommate's cat. Now I know you think you know where this is going, but I assure you, it's worse. Cat is old lady who has had a few litters of kittens when she was younger. She thinks this rat is an ugly, ill-behaved kitten, basically. So sometimes she sits on him and tries to nurse him and lets him climb on her. They get along pretty well. I leave for a moment and come back. Cat's off the bed, giving me a weird look, and rat is nowhere to be found. Long story short, old lady cat let slip a turd and ran away from her mistake, and the rat found the turd and ran under the covers with his prize to eat it. He's just eating up this poop nugget like it's Halloween candy and getting it all over the sheets and covers. That was a long laundry day. I let 2 little boys in my class go to the bathroom and they were gone for a while. When I went to check on them, it turned out they had a peeing contest. There's a small window near the urinals, and they had a competition about who could reach it first with their pee stream. When the younger boy lost, he got back at the other kid by peeing on the kid's sneakers. So the other kid pushed him into a dirty urinal, and he sat on a urinal soap and mashed it into his pants. I badly wanted to take a shower all day after pulling them apart. I've gotten into peeing contests before, but this is too much. I was at Lowe's with my 3-year-old daughter walking through the bathroom fixtures. We were looking to get a new faucet. While my wife and I were discussing the specifics, my daughter was amusing herself in my periphery. Suddenly, I got that dreaded alert that only parents know, the sound of silence. As I spun around, I realized my daughter, whom we were potty training, was trying to take advantage of the display model toilets. Luckily, we didn't have to clean up a mess. My parents have a similar story about me too. On the bright side, least you know the training is working. I wonder how common that is. LMAO. There is a bakery in my hometown that is unbelievable. If I was opera rich, I would fly those pastries to wherever I am. So flipping amazing. My spouse and I got some to go. The divine previous pastries. They are called ocean rolls. Cardamom, cocaine, and other tasty ingredients. We tucked them into my laptop bag, which was stowed underneath the seat. Our pug was with us on this adventure. Otis loves food. He lives for food. We took extra precautions. We gave him sleepy dog stuff. We constructed a barrier from the back seat to the front seat. We stopped to go into a gas station for a quick pee break and some snacks. Maybe 5 minutes. We come back. Otis was in the back seat. There were crumbs and paper everywhere, and he had the happiest look in his face. Our 8-year-old pug woke up from a dead sleep, tore down the barrier between the seats, hopped to my seat, hopped to the floor, pulled out my laptop bag from under the seat, unzipped it, grabbed a small bag, jumped up, then jumped into the back seat to claim his prize. We are still annoyed several years later. I'm kind of impressed though. Those pastries sound addictive. Cocaine and other tasty ingredients. Wait a second. Do you want me to get the actual ingredients, or can we enjoy the story? Let's enjoy the story. When I was like 3 or 4 years old, my mom set me on the counter next to the stove so I could watch her cook. She took a pot off the burner and told me don't touch the burner, it's very hot. She turned around to dump the pot out. I think she was cooking pasta, and when she did I looked down and saw the burner a bright orange color. I thought it was pretty and wondered how a color could be hot. I touched the burner and instantly burned one of my fingers, then fell off of the counter screaming in pain. It happened so fast my mom didn't even know I got burned, and she thought I just lost my balance and fell. I was crying too hard to tell her what I just did, so I remember spending several hours with my hand hurting really bad. Eventually she figured it out. I still have a scar from this, and the skin on one of my fingers is deformed due to it, and wondered how a color could be hot. Classic kid logic. I have a very similar story. My dad was making banana bread and pulled it out of the oven and set it on the rack to dry. Told me not to touch the pan because it was very hot. I became entranced with the smell of the banana bread and immediately forgot his warning. He turned his back for a second. I reached out to grab the pan with both hands. I distinctly remember thinking to myself, this isn't hot, it's ice cold, before all the agony rushed into my fried nerves. That took a while to heal. I went to the bathroom. I left my 4 kids ages 2, 3 and 4 in the next room watching a video, cuddled with blankets and sippy cups in the next room. I normally took all of them to the bathroom with me because they did the craziest stuff. Anyways, the 3-year-old was already nodding off and I only had to pee, so I left them. I came back and one 2-year-old was pouring maple syrup into the DVD player while the other 2-year-old looked on while clasping her hands and dancing. They had gone over the baby gate, climbed on a chair to reach the pantry, opened a child lock, gotten the syrup out, opened it, poured it all over their heads and the floor, and poured it into the DVD player, not the one they had been watching the video on. Twins, twice the bad ideas. Twin bro and I were in the bath. Mom left us alone for a few minutes. It was the 80s, and the cat walked into the bathroom. Someone, probably twin bro, decided that we should make the cat pretty. So we covered him in shaving cream. This cat, may his stupid soul rest in peace, did not care. He waited patiently while we covered him in shaving cream, then wandered out to find mom. The cat got a bath when we were done, and we learned some new swear words that day. I had come over to my dad's place because he got a virus on his computer by responding to a pop-up on a site I specifically told him not to go to. I managed to kick the virus from his system without any significant data loss. Though I was frustrated, he's still my dad, even though he never listens to a word I say about technology. I was actually about to go pick us up some Wendy's and had gone to the bathroom really quick. When I got back, a much more virulent virus had not only gotten on the computer, but destroyed the boot driver, aka the thing that makes a computer actually turn on. In the span of about 30 seconds, he had bricked the computer I had just fixed. Because he went back to that same site and clicked another pop-up ad because he wasn't sure that's what caused it. No Wendy's for him, and I confiscated all the USB drives with his banking and financial data on them. Imagine having to tell your parent they can't be trusted with a big responsibility and it's for their own good. Shoo. Meet other foot. We moved to an acreage when my kids were very little. At some point I went to work in our barn, leaving my kids alone in the house watching cartoons. They were not old enough to be left home alone, but old enough to be in the house while I worked in the yard. But now that we were on the acreage it felt weird because the barn was a bit farther from the house than your average yard. Anyway, I said just call out the front door if you need me, and went to work. Not a minute went by I hear my daughter scream, "Mom, come quick, brother is hurt," and by the sound of her voice I can tell it's not good. So I run as fast as I can back to the house and ask what happened. He fell down the stairs. I run to the stairs, and there is my son at the bottom crying. After assessing that everything is okay, I ask what happened. They proceed to tell me that my son thought he could surf sleeping back down the stairs, and he fell and did a few somersaults on the way down. Frickin' kids, man. It's like the moment I stepped away they thought of the dumbest thing possible. Me and a mate went to a well-known supermarket with 2 girls. Me sober as the driver went in with my drunk mate to grab a bottle. B left the 2 drunk chicks in my Mercedes. Exiting the store, car's gone. Then heard my sub and we looked up to see the 2 chicks Windows down, joyriding the car in the car park laughing. Hit one of the curbs. PSHHH, there goes 2 tires. Oh, what's that? Now she's panicked and hit accelerator, not the brake. Plowed into the bloody trolley hut at the entrance of the store. Car successfully mounted a foot or so in the air at the front like it was a car/trolley orgy. They ran off. Employees and customers could not believe what they had just seen. I calmly removed my house key from the keys in the ignition and left the area. You couldn't write it. Thank you for watching Reddit. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more r/AskReddit videos. Share your stories in the comment section below.